Story 19. Blurgh. Step 3. Your journey. I picked up a woman, and I'm sorry, but she looked in an absolute state. A state. And I'll be honest, it's nothing new, for both men and women. But there's time when it feels this happens more often than not. Maybe it's seasonal, I don't know. But this is not to say I'm sharp or always presentable, because we all have our moments. But why me? It's 11 AM and she's getting in my car, barefoot, no shoes. She's not even holding them. I sighed and said to myself, she has no shoes. I just had my car wash. It was screaming Fred Flintstone. She was going to put rubber all over my floor. It appeared she stayed over at Guy's house and was making her way home. We've all stayed over at someone's house before. A friend, someone you're seeing, or your partner. So I'm not going to question that. It was the presentation. I should have said something in reference to where her shoes were. But the fact she didn't question it lets me know she didn't respect me enough. Or more importantly, herself. Whether it's a one night stand or otherwise, by the end of your evening, ensure you're in control of your actions and not absolutely wasted. Your standards and presentation will take you a long way, at least home safely. Throwing up. Before I start with the stories of people throwing up in my car, I want to give an honourable shout out to another driver. I lost his details unfortunately, but when I met him, he was a part-time driver studying history at university. He put me onto a better game and educated me on a few things. Before meeting him, I had a weak stance on people being sick in my car. Prior to this, I'd made provisions for people throwing up. I had bags, cleaning products and utensils, and I continue to. But I didn't know you can claim a minimum of £50 if someone threw up in your car. Moving forward, I was clear in letting them know the days of throwing up in cars with no repercussions are over. Are you going to be sick? You do know there's going to be a £50, £60 charge. It's amazing how many people were able to prevent it. One time a couple asked me to pull over so they can get out. We'll get out here and order another cab once we're okay. Can you please give us a 5-star to avoid affecting our rating? The lack of respect in some instances was unreal. I took a couple losses and looking back, they just didn't give a fuck. But that all changed one evening after a trip from Piccadilly to Islington. I picked up a couple off Shaftesbury Avenue. They got in the car and were quite chirpy. Unbeknownst to me, they'd been drinking. Heavily? No, at the time I wouldn't have thought so. It was still relatively early for a Friday evening, about 9 PM. They were speaking in another language and perfectly well. Their tone appeared cool, happy, like they enjoyed their evening, until there was an unexpected blurgh. The woman began throwing up. The guy quickly went to cover her mouth. I pulled over quickly and she finished throwing up. She composed herself and then we continued. I must say, although concerned, I didn't think it was much, as it appeared to be a gag reflex to begin with. My main concern was whether I'll be able to continue my shift after cleaning it. I gave them wipes to clean themselves in the car as I continued with the journey. I asked them repeatedly, would I be continue working? It was a big evening for myself. I had to make a lot of money, so any mishaps would be a disaster. They began arguing with each other. He wasn't pleased with her, and she was looking for a bit of sympathy. So it began to worry me. Every now and then I'd ask, is everything okay? Are you sure it's clean and that I'll be able to continue? They both responded, yeah, everything's fine, you'll be able to continue. As the ride came to an end, she was still looking for a bit of sympathy. As they got out of the car, they said, everything's okay, thank you for your help. It was a busy residential area of a pub on the corner, so I got out of the car to check for myself as I had just accepted another journey. I wanted to ensure all was well. When I opened the door, I couldn't believe the lies and deceit. But it wasn't just that, it was at that precise moment I thought, just like many other drivers, they think I'm a dickhead. As they walked towards the door, it wasn't the pub where I thought they were going. I said, wait, sorry, is that your house? They said, yeah. I continued, and you think you're just going to go home and continue with your evening? They expressed a blank look. Go in your fucking house and get something to clean my car before I fucking lose it. Taking the fucking piss. If they were going out, I would have let it go. But they were going home as if nothing had happened, as if there weren't any implications to their actions. At that point, they knew I was serious. The guy began telling his partner off as they opened the door and went inside their apartment. I was unsure they were going to come back, and I began voice and text messaging my friends via WhatsApp. I was fuming. They told me to calm down, voicing the need for rationale and professionalism.
Yo, my guys, the way I had to disrespect a couple. Some you and his chick. This girl randomly just thrown up in my car. Alright, I'm lucky in that I have a bag, so remnants have gotten in the car. I've asked them, is there anything in the back of my car? Can I continue working? And they're going, yeah, you can continue working. I've got in the back, I kind of told them, if I turn the light on, there's anything in the back of the car, I'm not going to be happy, you know. Alright? So, because I'm thinking in my mind, if you bring someone in the car and you're going to throw up, at least give me a warning so I can help you out, blah, blah, blah. So, I get out of the car and I see some stick in the car. I said, you live here? They go, yeah. in your fucking mind, no common sense, you don't think, yeah, let me go get a towel and let me come clean this up. Yo, go in your house and go bring a towel, you come clean this up. Fucking dickhead. Think you start fucking throwing up and just walk out the car and nothing happens. Fucking idiot.
Did they actually end up cleaning up, go in and get something to clean up? And my second thing is, does have a policy in this kind of thing? So you see, like how passengers can dispute a journey. There's a policy for drivers where people are thrown up in their cars and so on. And do you have to take pictures? How does it work? And I know it's of no benefit to you tonight because you want to continue working. But say it was your last job of the night and you went home and saw it in your car. Is there a way you could take pictures and somehow claim the money back for cleaning and stuff like that?
Do you know why I'm really mad? She's cleaned the car now, telling me I need to put my belt on, boy. I want to pull over away from the house and look over the car properly. She's cleaned it, but I've got to let other people. I want to work till 4 in the morning, you know. Can't have people just sitting up in some dirt, boy. This ain't no. Anyway, Blood, why I'm really mad is, you know, when you think, I asked them a question, do you need me to pull over? Like, you know what I mean, sort your life out, all that type of stuff. No, basically the answer was no, we're fine. I asked him, is the car, like, just so I know, is the car cool? The car's cool, no problem, blah, blah, blah. In my mind, I'm telling myself, it's not possible for the car to be cool because I saw you holding her mouth. And then I told you I got a bag in the seat. You can just pull the bag, she can vomit whatever's in the car. Vomit in the bag. If he told me the car weren't cool and we can sort it out when we get to the yard, not a problem in my mind. But man lied and then tried to get out. The moment you opened the car, I flicked the light and looked around. So I was like, you fucking stupid. I can't be playing games on the next 7 days. I need to make money, boy. I ain't got time for this shit. In my mind the whole time, I was thinking to myself, I cannot be having no dickhead taking the piss. And I thought, this sets a precedent. Alright, because I know bare going to take mad bullshit. And obviously, over the past couple weeks, I'm telling you, this person's been not taking the piss, but this person said this and I've had to say this. This person said this, I have to say that. Yo, no disrespect. Not having it. I'm prepared to knock people out. I ain't having it. No.
Eventually, the lady came out with some cleaning products and things to clean the car. I made sure everything was clean before I set off. If we were to do a poll, the vast majority of drivers live in fear of confrontation and dispute. I wouldn't accept this behaviour outside of work, so I would make a compromise at work. From there on in, I didn't accept any form of inappropriate behaviour. And if I had my GoPro recording, which was often the case, I would feel comfortable and confident in any dispute.